Jadon was born on June 25th, 2009, and he was perfect. He had 10 little fingers, 10 little toes, and he passed all of his newborn screenings with flying colors. And at about 6 weeks, we began to notice that Jadon was not moving as much as he had been when he was first born. And we presented this to a physical therapist. At her suggestion, we went and saw a specialist. And immediately they picked up on the symptoms that Jadon was expressing. And they suggested that we have him tested for spinal muscular atrophy. In the days that followed, we were filled with so much emotion of the fact that the doctors were going to be wrong, that he wasn't affected with SMA. We were positive that God was going to answer our prayers, that he was going to be fine. And then on Jadon's 2-month birthday, we found out from the doctors that he tested positive for SMA. And at that time, they basically told us that there was nothing they could do. There's no treatment, there's no cure, that we would lose him. And in that instant, all of the hopes and the dreams and everything we had planned for him were shattered. We were determined to fight for him and with him. While he won't be cured, we can give him the best life that we possibly can. There was a period of time after he turned 2 that Jadon flatlined on us 10 times. We lost him and brought him back. So when you get through those, you begin to feel like, okay, we can do this. There's hope, there's light, and you just keep pursuing that. And as time went on, that fear that consumes you starts to fade, and you begin to feel hopeful that, okay, we made it through this point, we can make it through another. By nature, I like to be able to have control over things, but I couldn't have control over this. There was nothing that I could do, and so we turned it over to God. We laid it at his feet. This is your will, and lead us down the path and guide us where you need us to go. And he has. He has shown up in so many big ways. He's given us hope beyond what we ever could have imagined. In the moments when panic is just taking over you and you're so afraid, you can just feel him laying his hand on you and calming you and saying it's okay. People often say that God doesn't give you more than you can handle. That we're living examples that that's not necessarily the case. Because this was more than what we could have ever imagined handling on our own. And it's only through the support of others that we have been able to get where we are today. Through all the prayers, the friends, the meals, the fellowship. In receiving that, we've been able to help Jadon. And it's such a blessing to say that on June 25th of 2014, Jadon turned 5 years old.
I believe everything does happen for a reason. Diagnosis day, I was really wondering what that might be. And some days I still wonder. But we've seen so much stuff that you start to see a reason. That he's perfect in his imperfection.